Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess it has been about a couple of weeks since I've actually did a thoughts video on a movie that I saw in theaters very recently, but hey, I guess with, of course, the last two that I did with, of course, Muppets Haunted Mansion on Disney Plus and Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle on Netflix, I guess it actually makes sense that I would balance things out, going from, of course, something I would see through streaming services to, of course, seeing movies on the big screen right about now. And with, of course, today's movie right about now, because yeah, it has been a couple of weeks since I saw Venom Let There Be Carnage on the big screen right but now. I'm, of course, going to be talking about the latest movie that had just hit theaters very recently right about now, and of course, given to the month right about now that we're in, I guess it's appropriate enough that we would actually talk about this movie right about now. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on the hang front right about now, and in case a lot of you guys are wondering based on the shirt right about now, yeah, believe it or not, this shirt that I actually got this weekend, I actually did get pretty much, I think right around yesterday when I'm recording this video, because my mom and I were kind enough to head on back up to Syracuse as normal to, believe it or not, something I actually haven't done in quite a while, which is, of course, see a good number of Broadway shows. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what we did yesterday, depending on when I'm recording this right now. And of course, the first show that she and I actually were kind enough to see this weekend is, of course, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So yeah, and I don't want to waste any more time talking about the musical hands down, but I'll go ahead and quickly give you guys what I thought about this musical. Well, I guess as someone who is familiar with both the book and the movies that actually came before, with, of course, the newest prequel movie that is slated to come out in a couple of years from now, I actually think the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical is not that bad right about now. Not great by all means, but I actually do admire it for, of course, being just a different version of course, the story that I can recall. So yeah, short and sweet to the point, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical is not great, but I do admire it for some stuff that I actually really do enjoy about it. So yeah. That's pretty much all my quick thoughts on, of course, this musical that I actually saw. And don't worry about a thing, I'll, of course, go on to the subject matter of course, musicals in a video that I'm currently playing out as we speak, but that won't be until sometime later. But hey, I guess enough about me giving out my quick thoughts on, of course, this musical that I saw based on the t-shirt. I think I might as well talk about the latest movie that had just hit theaters very recently, because that's what you clicked on this video for, alongside plenty of other thoughts videos right about now. So yeah. I guess it's just my quick thoughts on, of course, this musical, and I think we might as well get right on to today's movie I'm going to be talking about. Alright, so of course, seeing of how right around the day after I saw this musical right about now, I know for sure that I'm not going to let my love of movies actually be put on the side right about now, and thankfully for, of course, this weekend, I actually did find a pretty good balance to, of course, do that, and given to the month that we're currently in right about now, and that Halloween is right around the corner, I think it makes sense that we go ahead and talk about this one. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video right about now, we're of course going to be talking about, yeah, what is it we're going to be talking about? Oh yeah, now I remember, how about another installment to, of course, one of the most iconic horror movie franchises by far, which, oddly enough, shares the same name as the holiday that we're in, we're going to be in for this month right about now. So yeah, I guess it's pretty clear right about now. I think you know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, I think you pretty much know what it is I'm going to be talking about right about now. But yeah, short, sweet, and to the point. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory right about now. But But hey, I think I might as well go ahead and cut to the chase right now. So, I guess for today's movie wrap now, we're going to be talking about, of course, the latest movie, and of course, well, the Halloween franchise wrap now, which is none other than Halloween Kills. So yeah. Took me long enough to finally get to this point, but yeah, Halloween Kills has officially came out this weekend, and, well, I guess I might as well talk about it for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess before I can actually talk about this movie in particular, I think it makes sense that we dive right into, well, Halloween in a nutshell. So yeah, I guess if anything, if you know any movie that's actually named Halloween, you would actually think, and I do mean think, of the Google classic John Carpenter movie from 1978, and yeah, what else can I say about the said movie that quite a lot of people have actually said about it, except, like, well, a ton to be honest. So yeah, the original Halloween from 1978 has been declared a really well-known classic, beloved by many people out there. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear on that point, and even I myself would actually admit to that as well. Yeah, I actually did take a look at the original Halloween all the way through very recently, and even I'll admit, I actually really do enjoy it. I think it's actually got a really great story, a really great cast of characters, and of course, it really got me scared on, of course, what it's actually trying to do. So yeah, what else can I say is that I'm alongside many people about how that Halloween is, of course, a good classic horror movie nonetheless. So yeah, and oddly enough, it has been going on for the past 4 decades right about now, spawning numerous amount of sequels for sure, many of which different versions of course, the Google classic story of the first film, hands down, and even got itself a couple of remakes by, of course, Rob Zombie himself. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front for, of course, the entire Halloween movies for sure. And even if you've never actually seen any of these movies, you would actually know who, of course, a psychotic killer himself, Michael Myers, is for sure. So yeah, even if you've never actually seen any of these movies, you know exactly who Michael Myers is. Kind of similar to, of course, on how you know the name of Freddy Krueger if you never saw Nightmare on Elm Street, or how you know the name of Jason Voorhees if you never saw Friday the 13th. So yeah, kind of makes sense on the front for sure, yeah. And yeah, even if you never actually saw Halloween, you know exactly who Michael Myers is, So yeah, and I guess in life for, of course, this film, I was originally going to watch all of the Halloween movies to get myself fully prepared for it, but sadly I never had time to actually do so, but thankfully, I did resort to, of course, a backup plan for sure, which is, of course, not only talk about or, of course, watch the original Halloween, but actually talk about pretty much the movie that came before this one, which is, of course, the 2018 version that pretty much serves as a sequel, but shares the same name as the original. And for those who are wondering, short, sweet, and to the point, I actually thought the 2018 version is actually pretty good. I mean, it's actually not great by all means, though I do kind of prefer the original a whole lot more, but I will have to give it credit for serving as like a pretty good sequel to, of course, the original Halloween. Something I wish the other ones would have been in the first place, but I still think it actually did do a fine job, hands down. So yeah, that was, of course, my backup plan for sure, and I am glad I actually decided to go the route for sure, and it really did help out right about now. So yeah, pretty much all what I can say for, of course, that. Alright. Alright, so I guess now that I've actually got that out of the way, I guess with of course that backup plan that I had in mind, I think I know for sure that I'm still willing to go into of course the newest one for what it's trying to be. Well, just another Halloween movie for sure, so yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas once again, though. Yeah, I've actually turned to these guys way more often this year, more than any Regal Cinemas that I actually visited for the past several years. I was actually lucky enough to actually see this movie on the big screen, just to know exactly what I'm gonna be in for sure. So yeah, and of course, I officially got off seeing it not too long ago, and I guess now that I've actually seen it, what do I think of this one? Well, I think I will have to say it's okay for the most part. I mean, sure, it does have some good stuff hanging, but it just kind of felt like a decent flick, nonetheless, which is far different than what I was hoping for. Pretty much like any other Halloween sequel that actually came out in the past several years. But I wouldn't be lying if I say I actually did have a good time with it, so yeah, even though I think the film itself is okay at best, I actually do admire it for what it's actually doing for sure, and for that, I actually had a blast actually seeing it, so what else would you expect, so yeah, this film was alright, but I did have a good time with it for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for, of course, this movie. First of all is, of course, the story, and truth be told, I think for the story for, of course, this movie, I think it did do a fine job in actually picking up where the 2018 version left off, but at the same time, I just kind of felt it's a little bit too cluttered for what it's actually trying to do right about now. And for that, I think it pretty much checks off every single list. And of course, this checklist on what every other Halloween movie has actually done. And not to mention that one half of it does kind of feel like a Halloween movie, but the rest, I have to say, just kind of feels like a different movie altogether, and for that, I just don't think it's actually the right balance for what it has to do. But I will have to give it credit that is actually serving as like well, I think I wouldn't actually serve, but more likely trying its best to actually feel like one of two movies for sure, but I just kind of felt it's not really that engaging for sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess if anything, I think if it wanted to try to be one of two movies for sure, maybe just have it be like be subtitled Part 1 for sure, and the next one will have to be Part 2 for sure, so but that's just my major complaint for, of course, this story for, of course, this movie for sure. Maybe it could have been done a whole lot better right about now, but I will give it credit that it actually did try with, of course, what it needs to do, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie right about now, so yeah, and of course, the other thing that I should mention is that the writing, I have to say, again, just kind of feels like a mess all the way through right about now, and yeah, I think with, of course, every single bits and every single scene, every single bits of dialogue, and everything else that I should mention, some of them are, of course, written out pretty well, but the rest I do kind of feel is a bit too sloppy and not really that engaging for sure, and for that, we're just completely missing out on, of course, what it actually is trying to do right about now, and yeah, I just don't think it's actually really that gripping for sure, so. But yeah, that's just pretty much all my main complaints right about now. The story and the writing, I have to say, does kind of feel cluttered up for sure, and I just didn't think it actually balanced out well for, of course, this one. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I guess, yeah, I think I should probably talk about the next thing I need to talk about right about now. What is it? Oh yeah, I think I should mention the characters right about now, and yeah, I think for while the first two I actually don't think are that gripping for sure, I think I will have to say we're definitely mixing it up a bit with some of the good stuff that we're actually getting for, of course, this one. Yeah, and of course, the characters is, of course, no exception, and yeah, I have to say, the characters, I have to say, I think they're actually really well likable, and they are actually very gripping for sure. Like, with every single one of them that you've actually seen on screen, they actually are really great characters for sure, and I really do admire on what they're actually trying to do for sure, and even if one of the characters dies for sure, you actually do have a strong feeling of them, and you actually do care about them a whole lot, and of course it is a tragic loss that they would get axed off for sure. So yeah, and of course, and for that, it actually does pretty much help make this movie balance out with, of course, what it has to do. So yeah, I have to say, I really do admire the characters, and of course, this movie, pretty much both the old and the new ones that they pretty much combined all together for, of course, this one, perfectly blends in with, of course, what this movie is doing. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on Hagen. And plus, I will have to say, all the actors that actually came on board to play all these characters, they actually pulled off some really great performances, in my opinion. Yeah, some of them have actually pretty much aged well over time, and still actually give out good performances. And while the rest, again, still relatively new for sure, but still actually give out great performances for sure. But yeah, I think pretty much of anything, if there's one actress or one actor in this movie that I still admire the most for sure, it's definitely Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. Yeah, she is a whole lot of fun to watch, and I really do enjoy her performance in this movie. Sure, we actually didn't see much of her for, of course, this one, but I have to say, Jamie Lee Curtis actually still pulls off a pretty good performance in that one, while still retaining her character like in all the other movies. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Pretty much both the characters and the actors, they're all fantastic for sure, and I really do care about them a whole lot, which actually makes them all the more likable. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there? Yeah, what else is there for me to talk about? Boy, oh boy, isn't that the multi-million-dollar question? But there's quite a whole lot to be honest, Rampa now, and again, it's just balance. It's just balancing things out for, of course, this movie Rampa now. So yeah, I won't go into full detail on every single one of them, but I'll do my best regardless. Pretty much for starters, I think pretty much the direction in this movie, as this film is once again by, of course, the same guy that directed the 2018 version, which is, of course, David Gordon Green. I will admit, he is actually a pretty good director for sure, and he has done a fantastic. Excuse me, someone. So yeah, he actually does do a fantastic job directing the 2018 version, but I think with the direction, of course, in this one, however, I just don't think it actually blends in well with, of course, with the rest of the movie. Like, of course, every single direction pointing, of course, at this movie, I feel like it's probably a tad bit too generic at best, or maybe there's not it's not the right direction that it has to go for, or maybe it just kind of feels like might be like he might be doing too little on this one, but hey, nevertheless, I think I know he is a pretty good director for sure, but I just don't think the direction, of course, this movie perfectly works well for, of course, this one. Could have been done a whole lot better, but not a whole lot, to be honest. So, yeah, and of course, what else? Oh yeah, I think pretty much the cinematography, for while some parts of it are, of course, not bad, to be honest, the rest I have to say, I kind of felt it's a little bit too cluttered up for sure. Like, of course, every single camera shot that I've actually seen, again, some of them are actually done pretty good. The rest I have to say just doesn't actually fit in well with, of course, what it has to do. But I can't fault it for, of course, what it's actually for what it's trying to do. But maybe it could have been done a whole lot better. Maybe shot a whole lot better. So. And not to mention, I find the film's editing, I have to say, to also be a bit too cluttered up and even too choppy, to say the least. Like, maybe some points of it could have been edited out much better for sure, but this just in the end just doesn't necessarily work out for of course, my point of view right about now, but I digress for sure, so. But yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for those three. What about the rest for sure? Well, I think going back a bit to, of course, the good side right about how is that the music in this movie is, of course, actually done marvelously, and it actually does fit in well with, of course, the entirety of course, this movie right about now, and for that, I really love how well composed it is, especially the good old classic Halloween theme, and if you actually search up the theme to Halloween on YouTube, you would know pretty much, you would actually know what it sounds like, which actually does make it all the more creepy and, of course, really engaging for sure, and of course, with of course this movie giving out a different rendition of Hig, it still works perfectly well for, of course, this one, and yeah, and of course it actually does fit in well with, of course, what it has to do, and yeah. But I guess what really makes it stand out, seeing of how this is a horror movie right about now, is, of course, the tone and the atmosphere, and I have to say, the tone and the atmosphere in this movie actually does blend in perfectly for, of course, this one as of course, it actually pretty much, well, seeing of how it does take place on Halloween night, it actually is actually the perfect setting for, of course, this one, and really does help out a whole lot with what it's actually trying to do for sure, and yeah, like, of course, every single frame and every single scene for sure, it actually gives out a pretty dark and sinister feel to it, to actually make it all the more creepy for sure, and for that, I really do love the way he actually turned out for sure, and not to mention he even brought in some pretty impressive scares for sure. Like, when I saw this in the movie theater, I really do get scared for sure, and yeah, even the jump scares, I have to say, actually work perfectly for, of course, this one, and even some scenes that are, of course, building up to the scares, I actually do start to get frightened a little, so yeah, and of course, I should mention this right about now, on top of all those, I think I should mention the kills right about now, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the kills in this movie, I'm not gonna lie, they are actually done pretty well for, of course, this one. Pretty much not only on how creative with, of course, what it's actually trying to do, but also balancing out with, of course, the right amount of gore for sure. So yeah, and of course, whenever I actually see on screen, it actually does look massively real for sure. So yeah. I guess it's pretty much what I can see on that, and yeah, I think I'm not gonna pretty much talk about all the pretty much every single gory part in this movie, or talk about the gore in general, because yeah, I don't want to pretty much leave a lot of you guys feeling sick and queasy and stuff, and yeah, trust me when I say I do not want that to happen either, but I'm saving you all the trouble right about now for sure by just only talking about a little bit of it. And even if you did get sick and queasy when I actually mentioned anything related to gore in this movie, I do indeed apologize in advance. But hey, regardless, I still think the kills in this movie are, of course, done massively well, and I really love on how well creative each and every single one of them are. Yeah, pretty much with every single one of them I've actually seen, they actually did throw in a really clever way on how Michael Myers' victims, and of course this movie would actually die for sure, and yeah, for that, I think they really nailed it on the head with this one, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. And yeah, I think it's pretty much everything that I can say right about now. And oh yeah, I should mention this. I should also want to mention this right about now, is that pretty much on top of everything else that I've actually said right about now, I actually also really do admire this movie in actually giving out some pretty interesting callbacks to, of course, the other films that actually came before. I won't go into too much detail right about now, but if you actually see the movie for yourself, and you actually see all the incredible Easter eggs that they actually threw into, of course, this one, you would actually know for sure what it is for sure, and for that, I really do love the way it actually turned out, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that, So yeah, I guess overall, Halloween Kills, I will admit it's not terrible by all means, nor is it even that great, but I do think it's actually a pretty decent sequel for sure, but I wouldn't be lying if I said that I did find myself having a pretty good time with, of course, this movie right about now, so yeah. I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that. This movie is okay at best, but I did have a good time with it for sure. And given for the fact that I literally saw this movie around October, where I know Halloween is right around the corner, and not to mention this month is a massive boost for horror movies, I say this is actually the perfect time to actually see this movie for sure. So yeah, whether of course you love the Halloween movies or not, but still want to see them for, of course, what they are, then I guess this movie is actually well worth checking out. So yeah, if you are quite curious to actually see this movie for yourself, then not to worry about a thing. I think you can do exactly that by, of course, well, either seeing this movie on the big screen like I just did, or excuse me, so yeah, I guess you can either see this movie on the big screen like I just did, or if you just want to see it at the comfort of your own home, but still have a really good sense for, of course, the most iconic holiday devoted to anything creepy and spooky right about now, then not to worry about a thing. You can also stream this movie right now on Peacock right about now. So yeah, whichever one of those two you prefer, chances are you are going to get, for well, not a great sequel for sure, but still a decent one that you are indeed to having a good time, especially going up against a well-known killer, Michael Myers. So So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'm of course going to give this movie a pretty decent 6 out of 10. Like I said, it is okay at best, but I do find myself having a good time with it nonetheless, and I couldn't help but fully recommend this movie all the way. So yeah, whatever the case may be, if you actually want to experience it for yourself, then by all means go ahead, just well, strap yourself in and get yourself fully prepared to take on Michael Myers for yourself. So, and of course, I should also mention this right about how is that pretty much on top of this movie that I know you're destined to see on Halloween this year. If you want to see anything related to Michael Myers, right around next year is of course pretty much the next Halloween movie that we're going to be getting afterwards to hopefully conclude the saga of course, Michael Myers altogether. Halloween ends right about now. So yeah, won't happen until right around next year, but once I actually do talk about it, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So, but yeah, I guess in the meantime, go ahead and strap yourself in and get yourself fully prepared to take on Michael Myers for yourself by seeing this movie on Halloween this year. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that would pretty much wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Halloween Kills and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites that I have provided if you want to keep up to date with me, with of course the links to them down in the description box below. And of course, support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future. So yeah, that'll pretty much take care of that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video on Halloween Kills, and especially my pretty short but rather quick thoughts on, of course, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical that I saw beforehand, to which yeah, why I never even bothered to put in the title or even in the thumbnail, I will never know for sure, but hey, like I said, I just had to make that very quick, to be honest, just to get that out of the way. But thankfully for, of course, the next thoughts video, we won't be doing exactly that, though. Maybe a matter of time before I would actually do pretty much do the exact same thing like I just did, but we'll just wait and see. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to, of course, talking about new movies right about how for, of course, these thoughts videos. So yeah, I guess right up until the next movie I'll actually see when it does come out. Thank you guys so much for watching this thoughts video, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.